Not me.
Kai Cenat responds after his friend was accused of sexual assault at a party. TikToker Jovi Penna took to Twitter on January 5th, 2023 to claim that she had been raped at a party that Cenat had invited her to. In the tweet, Penna said that Flacco?
Dijigui Sek had raped her.
I can't read that. Like
Dijigui Sek had raped her and that she did not know him. He allegedly raped her after discovering her upstairs in bed, which she says was where Kai Cenat had told her to go in order to remain safe. We have the tweets right here.
Mm-hmm. Let's pull it up, man. Yeah, like you can, like, yeah, like.
All right, Flacco, start to break this down for us. What happened?
No, so, okay, so like here's just
it was on New Year's Eve, right?
Yeah, right. And here's just in her story, right? So, like you can pretty much like just read like those tweets, Josh, and then we can get it done.
All right, so
you're gonna read it in the first person like it happened to you.
Yeah.
Is that gonna do something for you, Lush?
Yeah.
All right, on January 1st,
shea butter.
2023, I was raped at a party by a complete stranger. I was invited to this party by someone I thought to be a friend. I asked for help and it's not going anywhere, so I decided to take it to social media. His name is Jigui Sak, and I think she ends up finding out that's not his name either. I was invited.
Wasn't his name like Jiggy? Didn't they call him?
Yeah.
They call him Jiggy.
I was invited by Kai. When I decided to leave, he told me I'd be safer upstairs since I was drunk and nobody would bother me. However, after I fell asleep since I thought I was safe due to there being safe security at Kai's confirmation. However, I wasn't safe. Jagui walked into the room where I was asleep and brutally raped me to the point where I bled. When I woke up to see him still on top of me, I called him out as a rapist and he told me that I was in his bed and that's why he did that.
Yo, that's fucking grimy. The entitlement of like, oh, someone's in your bed.
That's just sick.
Yeah, that's real twisted.
Now, this is her account.
This is exactly
right.
Yeah.
We have to take all of this into account. This is what she said.
Okay, yeah.
I was in shock. I called, texted my friend who invited, but I got no answer, and I was told by the rapist that he left, which I found out later to be a lie. He told me when we can just keep it a secret and pretend nothing happened, but was already traumatized by then. I asked him to at least use protection, which he then showed me a dirty condom and said, yes, a skins condom. Now I have to take medication for a month to make sure I didn't catch any STDs. As you all know, these condoms only protect you from unwanted pregnancies and not STDs. I did not know that. I spent all day crying and processing what had happened to me instead of enjoying my vacation in New York. At nighttime, I had dinner reservations, but I went to the emergency room instead, and I was still in pain from what had happened to me. I described what the person looked like to my friend who had invited me, and he said he didn't know that person. However, after digging for a day and a half, I found the person's Instagram that they have been friends for years.
Yeah, so like here's my like general like take on this. So Kai did say, and like we will like see like Kai's response pretty soon, but Kai did say that the term friend was being used loosely because like he met her on New Year's Eve, right? And he invited her as well as he invited like hundreds of people to the party. Now, here's my thing, man, regarding this. Men for years in this country have been prosecuted with little or no evidence, right? So, so like for me to sit here and automatically deem this brother here as guilty to me is wrong, especially because, listen, like, and he has the Ted, like the Ted Cruz, right, syndrome, right? Like where like when you like look at him, they just automatically look dishonest and untrustworthy, right? Like the dude's face just look like diabolical, devious, and evil, right?
They always take the picture that looks the most grimy too.
Yeah, bro.
Use it, like,
bro, he looked like straight up like freaking Movado, right? Like with the scar, smiling, evil. So the dude just have a real untrustworthy face automatically. So like it's easy for us to look at his face and say, okay, he did it, right? And then people are saying, I mean, look at the dude, he's ugly, she's bad as hell. So, like ugly dudes like this can only smash girls like this by rape. I'm just here to say, I done seen a lot of ugly dudes, especially from New York dudes, talk females like they draws, right?
I don't even think it's like that.
Yeah.
That's not the thing to be focusing on.
No.
Why
are you writing for ugly dudes?
No,
what the fuck?
Yeah.
No, but the focus on this whole situation is
should be on her story.
Is something happened to a young lady at a New Year's Eve party. Yeah. Now, one thing that I do not like is that they're like attacking Kai crazy.
Yeah.
Like he is the person that supposedly did this shit. You know what I'm saying? And this is why when you young and successful and you start doing things, you got to watch the people around you, because the fact that anything like this even pops up around you lets me know that you don't have the right people in your corner. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is something that is fucking terrible. And regardless if somebody is telling the truth or somebody is not telling the truth, it's beyond the point.
Yeah.
This man just became the #1 Twitch streamer. He's been killing it. He's been doing his thing. And the fact that this situation is shedding a negative light on his career when he's not even involved really into the situation is fucked up. You got to watch your circle. You got to watch your surroundings and stuff like that. I mean, to the woman that, you know, if that really happened to her, that's fucking terrible. Nigga's a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up. Like, no woman should have to go through that. I don't give a fuck who gets in the bed. I don't care about anything. If a woman don't consent to you, you know what I'm saying, having sex with her, it shouldn't happen. No one should be taken advantage of. And we know there's a lot of creeps out here that, you know, prey on women that do all type of bullshit like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to sit there and take the road and say, oh, she's lying or he's lying or anything like that. I feel
we don't know.
super, super bad for Kai because, you know, just off the what's happening right now, they can pull sponsorship dollars. There's a lot of situations that his pockets can be fucked up as a result of this when he ain't the one that's in there to begin with.
Yeah.
I think that I really admire Kai's response. I like the way he removed himself from the situation, but still took accountability for the people that were around him. And he was like, yo, as soon as he found this out, he hit Dude up, he hit Jiggy up and was like, yo, what the fuck is this all about?
Yeah.
Like, what's the deal with this? You know, I respect him at least trying to clean up house. And like AD said, hopefully he has a smaller circle moving forward and, you know, realize.
Here, man. So, you know, and I do want to touch on the public response as well because, you know, and she gave a very convincing story. Yes, if it's true, that's very horrible. You know, but like society has taken the approach of believe all women. I'm here to say, listen, man, I know a dude called Sean Oakman who was 7 days away from being a top 10 pick in the NFL draft. A female came with a very similar story. Sean Oakman got arrested. It cost him his NFL dreams, and Sean Oakman was exonerated like 2 or 3 years later and never played a down in the NFL and cost his family generational wealth. So like because I'm aware of situations like that where men have been victimized by the justice system, I'm not comfortable, man, with the media treating that man right there.
Yeah, Flacco, but there's more.
Yeah.
There's more of people taking advantage of women. You know what I'm saying, when they're intoxicated versus stories like you're talking about. It does happen. You know what I'm saying? It does happen, but there's a lot of, you know, rape that goes under the radar. And you know, well, you probably don't know, but especially in this Hollywood setting, these you know, these social hierarchies that people are trying to climb up and shit like that, a lot of this bullshit do be happening a lot. And a lot of women are afraid to come out and speak and shit. And, you know, this is very detailed. This is very, very, like, there's a lot of details that if she's lying about this shit, then it's completely despicable.
Then she deserves an Academy Award for best screenplay.
Yeah, this is a lot.
Like, yeah.
This is a lot. Now, like, I want to see if the guy, did he say that he was in the room with her at all? Like, we need more details to because I'm like, how could somebody make up all of this shit?
Here's the fucked up part is if somebody gets raped, they're obviously in a traumatic experience, and the last thing they're going to do is try to collect evidence. You know what I mean? They just want to remove themselves from the situation, get somewhere safe. She's not going to be thinking about saving the condom or all this or that, which is unfortunately what you need to do. The first thing rape victims usually do is go take a shower and wash themselves off, which removes, you know, a substantial amount of the evidence right there. Yeah. So it's like it's a real difficult situation. I take allegations like this seriously. I'm not a victim blamer. When I hear this, I'm gonna always, like, obviously you got to err to the side of caution because people do make false allegations. Yeah. People do wind up getting put in bad situations. But like I'm not gonna jump out the window and say like, oh, she's lying off rip. You know what I mean?
Let me give you guys a very like similar story to this one that's even like more brutal. A female stated that she was at a party, got drunk, and ended up in the bathroom, and like two dudes like walked into the bathroom and brutally raped her. It turns out, right, right, and she filed a police report the following day as well. Turns out that she lied on those two football players and said that they raped her because she had a boyfriend or some dude that she was trying to like pursue. So I'm just saying is this. I'm not saying she's not telling the truth. I'm just supremely uncomfortable when I see millions of people on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube already convicting this kid and saying he's a rapist before we've heard his side or before this kid has gone to court and has his due process.
Well, Flacco, the thing is that they're making this more about Kai
Yeah,
than
of
they
course.
are about the actual thing that happened.
Well, of course they're going to attach it to him because he's the famous one, right?
Yeah,
Like,
but
it's like-
that's messed up because you putting this on this young man. You know what I mean? Especially we have somebody. He's the number one Twitch streamer. He's living on a high right now, and I'm tired of like once people get to a certain plateau in life, it's always surrounded by controversy. You feel me?
Right,
Or
I think
and bullshit like that. And I like the way Kai is taking it, where he's like, look, he's leaving it up to the the police
lawyers,
to handle
yeah.
the shit, the lawyers.
He
I
said
don't
he
know
went to
who's
the
right.
police
I
right
don't
away.
know who's wrong. Y'all figure that out. He don't want nothing to do with that shit.
I mean, clearly there's like a lot of, he has a good publicist, you know what I mean, who like handled the situation for him, told him exactly what to say, did good damage control, and he delivered it really well. AD, let me ask you, what would you do if you were in Kai's situation?
Honestly, for one, just the fact that that's even put out there, I would, disassociate myself with that young man off the rip.
Even if it's like your close ass homie.
Even if it's my close ass homie. If this is my close ass homie, why are you even being put in a position that somebody can say that you did a heinous crime like this and it's coming back to bite me in the ass? Like, no. Because like this, like if I'm the prize, I'm the one providing everybody, you know what I'm saying, the luxury to come turn up and have fun. Nobody should be raped or even allegations like that should come out on my watch.
And okay, just to play devil's advocate, what if it is like Flacco said, like potentially some crazy ass chick that's just put something like that on one of your homies, and then it comes like, and you find out later, what do you say to your boy? Like, yo, shit, like,
Should I apologize? But what I'm doing is very, very important to me and my family right now, and I couldn't be involved in that in any type of way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
And if you really my homeboy and it comes out like that, then you're going to understand the position that I'm in, that I had to take that.
Or AD, better example, right? So, like you're a poppin' rapper, right? And like you've been a poppin' rapper for quite a long time.
Popping?
Yeah, right?
Okay.
Right? How many times?
moderately.
No.
No.
Right?
AD lit.
How many times have you seen, right? Like a chick came to be with the poppin' rapper, with the lit millionaire, and she got talked out of her drawers by one of the entourage, and then instantly regretted because now she knows she can never F with that popular rapper again, right? So again, I'm not saying she is lying. I'm just saying, man, in her including Cenat was obviously her going on this path of destruction, right? Because even when she says, "Yo, I know way more popping people than like Cenat," why would I?
Who the fuck does she know then? Drake?
I mean, but
Bad Bunny? Who's more popping than him?
Right.
I've seen this like countless times as far as artists. I've seen this with the professional homeboys. I've seen this on all type of accords and stuff like that. I've seen women willingly turn up all night and go to somebody's house, go to their bedroom. You feel me? Like I've seen all of that shit and heard stories and everything like that. But still, I don't give a fuck. If a woman don't consent to you having sex with her, I don't care what's going on. You feel me? If she passes out drunk in your bedroom, that don't give you the right to stick your thing in her. You feel
Hell
me?
nah.
No, but what I'm saying is some people will justify that like, well, she was with me at the bar. She turned up with me. She came back to my house. She got on my bed. Nigga, if she didn't tell you she wants you to do something and she was aware of what's going on, then like, nah, like, and especially as, if you're in the industry and you're somebody that's making money and you're taking care of your family, like this situation is shit like this is very, very critical of like, you can't play around. It's 2023. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, like-
not even one allegation could crush you.
Exactly.
Could crush your whole career, could crush everything you got going on. So we have a responsibility to move a certain type of way once we get to a certain plateau.
And there's a reason why. Like, look, someone like me who's partied really hard with a lot of girls, been off a lot of drugs with a lot of girls. The fact that there's never even been like an allusion to an allegation made about myself, there's no reason why anybody should even, like, you know what I mean? If you're in those situations, like if someone around me, I even thought that there is a chance of that happening, I'm not fucking with them. I'm cutting them off to begin with. Like, that's never happened anywhere in my circumference. Like, I don't know.
Well, let's think about
no one that I'm close with.
Let's think about it. If you're Kai, all you gotta do is ask your homie, was you in a room with that woman?
And he said, yeah.
That's enough for me to cut you off.
He gonna be like, oh, she wanted it, bro. Yeah, fuck you.
Here's her actual interview with my dog, my Brody, Boom, right? So Lil Boom did an interview with her on his Twitch after the incident. So this is before Kai's response, by the way. So
Let's hear it.
yeah.
Tell me how the dude. Can you tell me how the dude is not arrested or something like that?
No, I just got his name yesterday, so I gave it to a detective, but they need more information.
Like what type of information do you?
I don't know anything about him. I don't know his birthday. I'm not even sure if he even lives in New York. Like, I don't know nothing about this boy.
But so it's weird because he's not from New York, but somehow he ended up at the pod party. Or at the party, my bad. I didn't mean to bring it up. But yeah, he ended up at the party. So he definitely is in, I'm guessing, he's definitely in New York. He's definitely a New York nigga. But he's definitely in them niggas. He's definitely in their system. Can you turn off the They can hear it.
I don't
What's
even
going
know
on
who this
here?
boy is.
Really bad streaming setup.
Shit.
Yeah, right. So essentially, Boom just asked her why hasn't he been arrested yet, and she said, "I gave them his name, but they need more information, like the birthday, et cetera." Now, I don't know any detective.
Wait, what did we just listen to?
Yeah, that made no sense to me.
Yeah, right. So Boom asked the girl Jovi, why has the guy not been arrested yet? And she stated that she gave the detectives the guy's name, but they've been asking her for a birthday and other information. Now, I don't know any detective.
Well, wait a minute, Flacco.
Yeah.
When the act happened, did she go to the hospital? Did she get checked up?
I think she filed a police report, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which in that case, they're gonna for sure run a rape kit.
Yeah.
So you do have to go to the hospital.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If she has all of that, then it's clear as day.
What, like?
If she went to the hospital and
Yeah.
she got a rape kit and they said that she was in fact raped, she said that she was bleeding.
Oh, well, like from the ass and shit. Yeah.
Nigga.
I mean, bro.
It says right here she was in the hospital
Yeah.
trying to hit up Kai.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not saying that nigga is innocent, because again, that nigga he looks devious. Like, he looks like a real crafty, untrustworthy nigga that I wouldn't want to walk in a dark alley with. That nigga look crazy.
Looks can be deceiving, so we can't look
Yeah,
at
right.
I
yeah,
got
right.
homies like face tatted that
Yeah.
look scary, but
just
what
because
is
you
it, right?
just
You know
because
what I
you
mean?
look like something doesn't
Yeah.
mean
Right.
that
But
you're that type of person.
not, yeah, right. But I'm just saying, and even though she has a story that's believable, the dude looks crazy. I'm just gonna wait, you feel me, until the full details come out and this goes to court, because I've seen somebody lose generational wealth over false accusations. I've seen 2 college students, again, she had the exact same story, went to the hospital, filed a police report, right? Because she got, right? The exact same story, and those 2 college students came out, she lied, right? Because she had a boyfriend and she got gangbanged, by 2 black dudes, right? So, I've seen this before, and and I don't think that this right here is enough for us to say 100% guilty.
No, we can't. We definitely can't say that. However, I do feel like you're leaning on the side of protecting a rapist a little bit.
No, I'm
You
leaning on
kind of discredited everything that she said in the tweets.
Yeah.
here, right? So I'm leaning on the side of men in this country.
Rapist lives matter. Is that what you're saying?
No. So as men in this country, and we are prosecuted at a much higher rate, and we've been prosecuted with little or no evidence in situations like this, right? So because I've seen how the burden of proof have been almost minimal when prosecuting men, and how so many men have been prosecuted unfairly and unjustly, I'm not gonna jump the gun because
Flacco,
a man has
why-
access
This
to
don't sound
justice.
like Emmett Till to me. I'll say that.
Yeah,
Flacco,
this doesn't
why
really-
is this? Why is this about the man and not about the person who says she was brutally raped?
You're not taking the victim's statements at all into account.
No, wait, no, here, right? So like she can be, again, like we can treat her as a sympathetic figure without treating him
hold on.
as
Don't mean to
as a-
cut you off,
yeah,
Flacco.
sorry, go ahead.
But if what people are saying correctly, if she went to get a rape kit, she sold blood on a towel, obviously something happened to this young lady.
She asked Kai repeatedly for information which he didn't have, then had, then didn't give correctly.
Yeah. Again,
That's not
yeah.
what you're saying. Your story doesn't really back up all of the facts so far.
We can
So
treat
do you feel like, Josh, like by what you just implied, do you feel like Kai low-key was protecting his boy?
I think Kai was doing what any person, younger dude, would do for his homie.
I'm not
trying to
protecting my
protect
homie
him.
in that situation.
No.
Without knowing the information, like you guys have all set up here.
I think Kai was like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Right.
Like, leave me out of this. And I think that's
I
been
think
his
Kai,
approach.
I think he panicked a little bit. He said, "I don't know what."
Yeah,
the
look
fuck
how
this
much he
is."
got at stake with his career.
I don't think he did anything wrong, but I don't think he helped either.
No. But again, we can treat her as
I mean,
a
but he
sympathetic
did,
figure.
but he did go public and say that, like,
After,
Well, but that's what I said earlier. That's complete PR. He has a whole team
That's
behind him.
damage control.
Yeah, that's super damage control, and that's why he had this calculated speech that he had on his phone that he was reading out.
Let me ask you, Lush. What do you do in the same type of situation? The young lady says that she's raped at a party XYZ, and she's hitting you up. What do you do?
I talked to her about it, then I hit the dude up. It's pretty simple. You know what I mean? Like,
especially if he is some type of homie.
yeah, I'm gonna be like, yo, what the fuck is going on here?
And
Look,
even if he's a complete stranger, I would then ask whoever brought him, like whatever connections there were, just to validate to see if this story had anything to it.
I mean, I have a story, but it wasn't with a homie at all. And I was one time I was kicking it with two of my homegirls. We were like at a party, and there was a bunch of people there. They were super drunk. They wound up dipping, right? They go back to the crib, wind up hitting some dude up to get some weed. The next morning, my homegirl hits me up and is like, yo, like, this motherfucker came over and raped me last night. My instinct immediately is to find this dude, find out what's going on with him, and then whatever happened after that happened. But I'm gonna believe a woman off rip about that.
Because if it is a friend, you want to be able to help them in that circumstance. But
Yeah.
at the same time, if he's straight up lying to you and you continue to see more information about that.
Now, I mean, like there are instances where people have consensual sex and then the woman regrets it afterwards and tries to flip the script.
100%.
That is true.
That is 100%.
But I don't think like they're gonna flip it to this degree.
I mean, I've seen women like definitely flip it to like this degree. But again, though, we don't have to treat him like a
Flacco, to where
perpetrator. And
she's anally like what?
Bleeding out of her-
anally
yeah.
bleeding.
I mean, bro, that's like, it seems like you kick it with some fools that
No,
you feel me like.
no. Me or nobody, like I hang with, have ever, like done nothing like this,
Good.
right? I'm just saying again, we can treat her like a sympathetic figure and be really sympathetic to her without then treating him as a perpetrator who's guilty right now.
Right, but you're not doing that. You're calling her a liar.
No. I've never called her a liar. What I said was,
He
again,
just said he's not taking it. He's not taking what she says.
He's taking it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
not as 100% fact. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah.
Despite all the additional evidence she's brought up.
I definitely think that she should pursue getting him locked up right now. And then once he's locked up, like we can treat this like the Tory and Meg trial, right? Where we go to trial, we get all the evidence, and then once a nigga get found guilty, all right, nigga, you a
Please
piece of
let's
shit.
not treat it like the Tory and Meg trial, because that
feel
whole
me?
entire thing was a shit show. So
Yeah, you feel
you
me?
you were in the courtroom.
Let's look
yourself,
at
Yeah.
let's look
yeah.
at what Kai said.
I'll catch response.
Does he got the AD veneers?
I said, yo, bro,
Probably.
Nah,
what the
man.
fuck you got going on? What am I
Not
hearing
even.
right now, bro? You feel me? What am I hearing right now about shit that's going on? Chat. As soon as he heard her side of the story, I'm representing her, bro. She's hurt. She's hurt, bro. I don't play that. I went to him. I said her story. Complete shock. He was in complete shock. He don't know. I'm telling you my perspective. He was so confused on the things that she said.
Oh, nah, that nigga guilty.
Legitimately
Nah, I'm
confused
playing.
on the things that she said, everything like that, right? So, as the one in between all this shit, I took a step back. I said, yo, Kai, there's two sides of the stories now, Kai. Who you gonna handle it with? The police, okay? When she asked for in the screenshot, she asked for her name. She asked for his name automatically. I told my team, I said, yo, team, here's his name. Give it to her. That is the reason why she got it in the first place. Okay?
He's trying to remove himself bad from this situation.
That is the reason why she got it in the first
I get
place.
it though,
Let me
right?
tell y'all something right now. All my viewers, do not go to her profile and do not harass this young lady, bro. Do not.
That's real.
Until facts are proved, until shit is shit, bro, like, and shit is going on, and the police are handling this. And this is why I didn't want to come to the internet, bro.
Yo, listen. Now him acting as if he was confused and didn't know what was going on. Yeah, that's a little, like that's kind of weird, right? Right? Because
I didn't hear him deny it.
Yeah, he didn't deny it.
yeah, right.
It looked like the opposite to me.
No, right. So like Kai said that and he was acting like confused and like what she was talking about. So again, that's weird to me because like you would at least know you fucked the girl that night, right? If y'all did indeed fuck. But again, man, you feel me? It looks bad.
So
it
wait,
looks horrible.
bro was saying he didn't fuck even?
No. Like he was just acting confused. and
Brutally
shit.
raped and having sex are two totally different
Yeah,
things.
yeah. So again, it looks bad, man. But I do want us to at least not treat this man as a perpetrator just yet, and just have empathy and sympathy for
The victim.
her, right?
I 1000% agree with that.
Right, and
That's the best thing that you said in this whole thing.
yeah, right. And listen, man, you feel me? I hope justice is served. However, justice looks like in this particular situation, I just don't want us to, like kill this young man just yet.